Hey folks, I'm Rob Franek. I'm Editor-in-Chief here at the Princeton Review, and today, my friends, we are talking to one group and one group only, and that is high school seniors across the planet. And friends, we need to say this out loud. We know that many of you had durable plans for your senior year. From going on college tours, to applying to college, to attending your senior prom in person, to graduating in person with all of your friends. Unfortunately, folks, so many of those plans are still up in the air due to the uncertainty around COVID-19 and its effect. And so you have some really tough decisions to make, tougher than the normal choices on what to do next. And while some high school seniors will proceed with their college plans and try to make the most out of their freshman year in college next year, other students are considering postponing those plans and taking a gap year in response to this period of uncertainty. And friends, we need to just say it. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to this unprecedented year. And please know that plenty of well-known public figures, from Malia Obama to Prince Williams to Emma Watson, all took a gap year before heading to college. In fact, a study by TD Ameritrade found out that more than 35% of high school seniors right now are considering taking a gap year next year. Now, we encourage you without question to talk to your college counselors and explore all of your post-graduation options. But that said, if you're thinking about a gap year, but you know that your future plans involve college, then it's a good idea to apply this year while you're still in high school and you're in the cycle of college admission with your peers and you have ready access to your counselors and your teachers. And that way, you'll secure a spot as a college freshman and you won't have to worry about whether competition next year will make it more intense due to the number of students taking a gap year. But again, without that all said, we need to tackle some of the key questions that you'll have on your mind in considering those gap year options for the next year. Question number one, and we are hearing this from Princeton Review students across the land: how soon do I need to make the decision to defer enrollment? Now, folks, if you're considering deferring your enrollment, you don't have to decide at the beginning of your school year. Instead, spend the year focusing on applying and, of course, getting accepted to the colleges that are the best fits for you. And then once you're admitted, you can then decide if you want to defer your enrollment and take a gap year after you graduate. And if you do decide to take a gap year, and if your request is granted, then, as we discussed before, you'll already have a spot saved for you at the school of your choice. Question number two: what should I do once I decide that I want to take a gap year? Folks, once you decide that you're going to take a gap year and which one is right for you, find out what your college needs from you in order to consider your request to defer. Now, most schools will require at least a formal letter including a description of what you plan to do with your time away from school and likely a deposit to save your spot. And as with most college-related decisions, there will be a deadline. So find out what it is, and remember that a request to defer is just that. It is not a guarantee. There is a chance that your future school will limit the number of students who can actually defer, and you may not have your request granted. Question number three: how should I spend my gap year? Of course, this is the biggest question. As we just talked about, you'll need a plan. You might consider spending time volunteering during your gap year, or learning a new language, or completing a remote internship to explore your possible career interests in the future, or working to actually save money for college. By planning and making an intentional and productive gap year, you'll have the opportunity to turn the uncertainty around COVID-19 into a genuinely exciting year of personal growth. And having a plan will also help you improve your chances of being able to defer in the first place. Number four, and this is the fourth and last question: what should I do as the year comes to a close? Friends, reach out to your college to find out the steps that you'll need to take to enroll after your gap year is over. Your college may ask you to register for classes in advance or sign up for first-year orientation programs. You may also need to reapply for housing and fill out any additional paperwork. And honestly, while we're on this point, don't forget about financial aid. Even if you've already applied for financial aid when you were a senior in high school, you will need to reapply by completing the FAFSA form again before you return to school. Ask your college about financial aid policies for those students who receive deferred admission. Doing your due diligence, friends, will make you arrive on campus and making that a seamless transition back to school. As always, friends, I'm hoping that you found this video helpful. Please do give us a like if it was helpful and leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on admission and exams and study tips and much, much more. Again, Rob Franek, Editor-in-Chief, signing off for today.